Paulie, P. Diddy, Leo, De Janeiro, Charlie Baltimore, Iceberg Slim, the most shady, Frankie Baby. We
Do
here.
you know what beef is? Do you know what beef is? Ask yourself. Do you know what beef is?
Check out this bizarre rapper style used by me. The B.I.G. I put my key, you put your key in. Money will be singing, will reach the fucking ceiling. Check it. My calico been cotton. This rap Alfred Hitchcock drop top notch.
Peace, everybody. C Props, aka the Black PreZiDon. Papa Doctor, the new rap order, not Eminem. Today is October 22nd. If you know, you know. Couple of minutes after the CNN rally with Obama and Eminem. Yeah. You know, a lot been going on. And taking notes, getting ready, looking for the right time, and lo and behold, today was the right time. It's interesting how ever since I started this podcast, I made 3 episodes, and you see what's happened since then. So let's see what happens now. A lot of turmoil in New York. And since my last episode 2 weeks ago, we had a devastating hurricane here in Palm Beach, where I am, where I've been for the last 8 years. Went back to New York though, but you hear the story. But again, we've been here in Palm Beach. We had a devastating hurricane. Didn't hit us though. But that's part and parcel of what's going on. This is a war on many fronts. Yeah. Conflict. Let's not say war. Conflict. Right? So, what do I call this one? Meet the best. Quadruple entendre. Well, first of all, meet the best. I'm the best. Best. The rally, you know, that's how you have to do it. Because you talk, people can dismiss you. When you give clear examples, they can't deny that. 1 + 1 = 2. No matter what terminology what anybody says. You know what I mean? So I'm the best at, you know, we see right now, when we look at whatever they want to call media, even mass media, it's like a mad dash to be some type of hip-hop commentator / politician / sports talk, African history. I guess you're trying to be like me. So we're going to show and prove that I'm the best. But that's a double entendre, because guess what? Meet the best is the entendre of what? Meet the press. Because everybody's a politician now. Hence, it's dragged out in the open now. Before it was subtle as far as people wanted to combine culture and politics. But if you see the former president bring out a hip-hop artist, and then you see the other running mate bringing out an R&B artist, it's clear that it's some type of formula. But they've been using that formula for a while. And they continue to, as if they have some. I don't see Trump with any hip-hop people. Why are they? I don't know. Maybe they know something. I don't know. But when I look at that, as someone who is a trained political scientist and a hip-hop artist, shirts will be on sale soon. When I look at the vice president, for example, and Usher, let me ask a question. Who's closer to Usher, me or the vice president? Now, who's closer to the vice president, Usher or me? We're talking about professional. Forget about that. What about Obama and Eminem? Who's closer? Who's more of an MC, me or Obama? Now, who's more of a politician, Eminem or me? The answer's clear. The answer's clear. And so, if the answer's clear, it's like, damn, E, how come you aren't on any mass media channels or ever, actually? The only thing that's ever been written on me, ever, was by someone from North Carolina studying for a PhD for a blog called hiphoplaw.blogspot.com. It was about hip-hop artists with advanced degrees, and they knew me. But yet and still in my hometown, New York City, born and raised, I've never been on any platform for hip-hop. Other than one time, of course, when I was speaking about politics. So, a lot of this is, it's like, the sports metaphor is apt in the sense of, when I put this on, it's like me, you know, they already don't want me in the league like AI, but I'm putting on the shirt, I'm putting on the cap, I'm putting it on just to put it on, and just to style on y'all like I'm at the Rucker. For you to look every time to say, damn, I can't fuck with that nigga. Excuse me. I hate that nigga. Man. So we're going to go through a little bit, a little something, a couple of points, as usual. It's just so much, I don't know where to begin. That's how much it is. Got my notes here. There's a couple. So just bear with me. Let's see, what should I begin? Oh, yeah, like I said, I've been here in Palm Beach. At first, and part of it too, to pull back up, is just the visual of seeing Eminem after Obama criticizes black men, saying the brothers, he doesn't find them being enthusiastic. What he's trying to say is that, where's Kamala's rap songs? That's what he wants to say. Why aren't you tap dancing and jumping around, and why aren't you doing that for her? But then to bring out Eminem, while the person who first endorsed you is in jail. That's tough right there, bro. And the only reason I'm not defending, in a sense, but it's just the fact that niggas hate New York, bro. Oof. People hate New York with a passion, bro. Especially hip-hop. Because like I figured out a long time ago, what it is like people want to write themselves in the story. They want to be like, yeah, I know such and such. So anybody that they feel, when I say they, people who, especially if they're not from New York, I had to learn that the hard way. If a hip-hopper's not from New York, and he comes from New York, he wants to take your head off, period. That's why he came there. It's something I had to learn. So that's why when I'm doing this right here, while the Yankees have returned to the World Series, it's like even now, there's people right now that's going to try to act like New York is not cracking right now. Let me see. We got a New York person running for president. The mayor is a little something. We already know Puff Daddy's in a little something. The Yankees in the World Series. Hip-hop just turned 50-something. New York is in the middle of a, well, I'm not there, but all I see is hip hop. Like everybody wants to, in New York, like I'm watching TV, and your host. And the thing about it is like even if you want to act like New York is not cracking right now, I'm gonna show you you're biting my style. This is New York style, Obama, including you. What you mean? We tired if that's the... See, if you lose, that's why you're going to lose. The hypocrisy of that. Just think of... Because that's why it's a subtle thing that's going on. You see? Looking at my notes right here. I gotta look at a couple of my notes. It's karma. Same as the first time. To me, the fact that you want to utilize hip hop, right? It's been going on a while. But, and this is all first-hand experience. That's why now I'm going to, it's going to be like books and this and that to show and prove. Like the gods like to say, but I'm not saying nobody adding on anything new. So let me add on to the cipher. You see, in New York, the bastion of liberal politics, people of color, LGBTQ, that constituency co-opted hip hop. I mean, they're closer to the institutions, so it's nothing after they learn it to push their artists. First, Eminem. Well, not the first, but he was like the, right? So that's going on for a while. Black people almost oblivious. They don't, as far as institutionally, meaning, I'm not talking about the music industry. I'm talking about politics. I'm talking about education. Not-for-profits, that's been going on for years. But you don't know that. I do, because I've tried to join all of these institutions in New York and got nowhere. And then they'll say it's my attitude. But then they'll say this is hip-hop and you Bogart and you buck the system and you do with this and this. It's been co-opted. So now, because the general black population, because of circumstances, they're busting ass, taking heads, talking shit, like, yeah, right? Now they're moving on hip-hop now. It's like, what's popping over here? Especially, and this is why it's karma. It's not just the fact that, like, people are pushing their own artists, white artists, Chinese artists, which they've been doing. It's the fact that now, because it's like they see, because they do see, the black population maybe becoming more conscious and wanting to change their material. It's like these same people don't want to do it. It's like they don't want to provide the black population with it's like one nigga Kendrick, which is my whole blueprint too. But you want to push Cardi B and Tekashi 6ix9ine. That shit is racism. That's why you're going to lose. And in fact, Joe, want to talk about it's 50-50. You talk that because you got Steve Rifkin, Steve Lobel, you got white people behind you. So now you talking shit to black people like Dame Dash, like you colonizing, yo. That's wrong. That shit is wrong. That's what you've been doing. And that mask is getting lifted. And you fighting back. You're like, nah. Oh, nah, oh, Latin. Instead of saying, yo, you know what? You right, yo. Y'all started it, but we here to build. The closest person who I feel who don't say it, I'm not even gonna give you no problem, but that's how I felt it should be. But then it's not like that. It's like niggas is like, nah, 50-50, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? And the thing about it is that, like a cat like Fat Joe. Fat Joe, and the thing about when this happening is that, while hip-hop is being co-opted, hold on. I'll give you the perfect example of what I'm talking about. We all just saw it. How people use hip-hop to advance their political agenda and then use it to get like 30-year careers, make mad money, you don't know where they at, doing things people in the hood don't even know. You don't think people in the hood, if they can make money off of hip-hop, if they can make livings off of hip-hop, that wouldn't be an incentive for them to go to school, to teach and communities profit? But y'all co-opted that whole thing because that's a vessel for you to, when I say you, the liberal, left, progressive, LGBTQ, that who originates in New York, people of color, y'all took the whole thing because you want to push your agenda. But see, you know what happens? And that's cool. We could all, but it's not even like, that's how you got that trash breakdancer. That's exactly how. If you saw some of their clips, it was like, hip hop. It's the same. I read all the books. That's the thing. I read all the books. Now we have to read the books. Now we can start with that. Let's start. Let me see what that said. So she goes. She's like, yo. It's always like, hip hop is the voice of the voiceless, and we co-op space, and that narrative, and that shit is for everybody, anybody. So once you master that narrative, they open doors for you to the point where you get to the damn Olympics and you can fucking break dance and look like a fool. That's cool. It's all love. It's the Brooklyn way, spread love. Oh, before that. And it's so, everything is real. It's so ill that the World Series is Yankees and Dodgers. Because it's always been this. Y'all still here. Y'all still here. Y'all still here. But you're not here. That's the problem. You're not here. You cannot fit into the artists in these pages. That's what a lot of y'all don't understand. But yeah, it's still that. So they're able to use hip hop, and he's been able to influence policy with it. People, that's the fight they're having now. They see that that's waning. See, it's not only Trump. It's not just Trump. It's not just the celebrity. See, they could deal with, in their mind, they could deal with the celebrity. They could deal with this talking trash. But the Democrats always rely on like the 4 or 5 rat niggas that's around them to talk, make the Negroes follow them to hate whoever they want. You know what I'm saying? As long as these niggas think could be next to Hova their God, Dave Chappelle, you know what I'm saying? The Roots, Common. Like, let me show you. So this is the list of the Democratic hip-hop operatives that have been operating this election cycle using my ideas. I'm going to go down one by one. Watch this. Ready? Watch. KRS-One. You've been trying to front for years. You were just in your garage, and this one might go 2 hours. You were just in your garage, because I follow everything. I came up with the concept. First of all, I'm a top-notch scholar. You know that. Hip-hop is African religion. We won't start with that. I'm sure you've read that. And I'm a real teacher. When I say real, Board of Education, credits, freestyling in the class all over the city, even here in Florida, certified to teach African American, AP African American Studies today. But y'all don't know me? You were just in your garage talking Hakeem Green or whatever. Next thing you know, you with Schumer. You would do it all in Newark. How's this happening? Ladies and gentlemen, niggas is stealing my shit. I'm going to tell you how. First of all, let me show you something. I'm going to get back to the Democratic operative for that witch who keep telling me I'm rambling. If you can't catch up, leave. Now, I've been on YouTube before Google. That sounds crazy, right? I've been on YouTube before Google. I had a YouTube account before Google bought YouTube. I've been on Facebook 20 years. We won't get to this. But, however, yeah. Because everything is real. I like this one right here. You know what I'm saying? See, look at this. While you're giving us plans for whatever amount of money, we don't know where you're going to get it. Cats make $290 billion. That was 10 years ago. Who's the driving force behind tech? All right. And that's why I say they follow me, because I've done all of this. Look. Show you. This right here. What does it say? It says Microsoft. What year is that? 2011. Oh, y'all talking to me? The irony is that this is Facebook, right? And when I open it, it said Microsoft Cloud. I can't make any of this up. It said this cloud stands up to any storm. Everything is real. Anyway, that just goes to show I'm an expert at this. And we all know that Google's a monopoly and Facebook manipulates its algorithm. We know that. And to add on top of that, like I said, let me recap. I've been on YouTube before Google bought YouTube. My first YouTube is 17 years old at the Sphinx now. I've been on Facebook 20 years. I dominate Facebook. I turned over to Microsoft August 17, 2011. That's how long I was in tech. Steve Stout, I'm coming for your head. And no pause, nothing. Because you stole that idea from me, right? And then, while I've been here calling, just chilling on some New York, I had stuff going on in New York. I'm calling on people. It's like I showed you my cards. I also know and met the person who ran Trump's online campaign that he won. You telling me about online and views? I had a podcast 15 years ago, Michael Jackson, and then Spike Lee came. He started doing this thing across the street. Niggas been biting my style. We tired of it. I'm tired of it. So that's why I see a lot of things like Justice. You've been biting my style for years. Especially you Democrats. Not even, and I don't really call it, it's not even all of, it's not even like not the black Democrat from like, it's the hip-hop liberal Democrat. Y'all been hating on me for years and I'm tired of it. Now, let's see. Next. Just thought I lost my place. LL Cool J. LL Cool J, you've been kind of going at the golf for a minute. Quiet as kept. I don't know. I was thinking to myself, why would you come all the way to Flatbush to record? I'm going to tell all these stories. And then you had some line about burning something. Ladies and gentlemen, you know why that happened? Because I spent, before LL came to Flatbush, I was in Far Rockaway, Queens for 6 weeks in a school. tearing it up. Word must have got around. Well, maybe that's a coincidence. But even that though, LL comes out with a new album. It's called Force. Frequency, something. Frequency of real creative energy. I follow everything. The concept, you know, hip hop, passion, blah, blah, blah. That's me. You spend 5% lyrics all of a sudden. That's me. Don't think, oh, I'm fucking with Q-Tip. That's the problem. That's how it's not going to work. All of it is derived. It's not natural. It's not organic. And you're a Democratic Party operative. I give you your respect, though, because the Rock the Bells thing that you're doing, enough respect for that. But who set the stage for that? Independent Mind State, the God. We're going to show you. That's LL. He's the next. MC Light, another one. Next thing you know, MC Light back in Brooklyn, you making joints in the garage, in the train. Gospel, me. Well, Chuck D, you're always, you know. You said with the Secretary of State and Lear? Wow. But that's not, see, that doesn't scare me. That don't scare me. I got family in the military. That's why I talk like this, just to tell them that I'm not afraid of that. As far as being American, being the United States of America, especially with this. So Chuck D's been liberal left. He was on Air America. So he's out now. Who else? Oh, we know Fat Joe. Oh. All of a sudden Fat Joe. And here's the irony with Fat Joe and everything. And we got, again, like I said, there's something called the Hip Hop Ku Klux Klan. I'm gonna give you the definition that I came up with. Hip Hop Ku Klux Klan. Let me see. Well, the Hip Hop Ku Klux Klan is non-black people who've made alliances with each other through hip hop to do business. That's the Hip Hop Ku Klux Klan. Alright? Now, the Hip Hop Ku Klux Klan has mastered the ability to co-op and capitalize on all hip hop trends, some overtly by imitating, and some covertly by creating media companies and establishments. Examples would be, we'll stop with that. And also, but what's subtle is that they know how the Hip Hop Ku Klux Klan have been co-opting political movements in our community. We haven't even seen it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn. In the late 90s, we had we had two, but in the city of New York, we had 3 major police brutality incidents. Amadou Diallo, Louima first, which was in my neighborhood. Diallo, African immigrant, Dorismond, my neighborhood again. The hip hop Ku Klux Klan, they co-opted all of those. How do you co-opt it? What do? You say, oh, it's police brutality. You do your own event. I'm gonna tell you how it happened. Like I said, this is how it happened. I'm gonna tell you, perfect example. See, there's a school, and this is part and parcel of what's going on and why I've been hated on for years. Again, my major is Black Studies, Africana Studies, which is study of African diaspora. And I didn't know, but there's a school called Hunter College, which caters primarily to Puerto Ricans and Hispanics, which is where the first Black Studies program, and I think there was a combination program, but they're both related like that. My program is later though, and much more difficult because my school's mad like liberal, conservative. I mean, I say liberal, conservative too, because it has a high Jewish population, high Hasidic Jewish population. So it's just not, and let me give it credit, it's active too, but it's not like, but I never was like that. I never was like on some old like Even though they try to style you like that, I was never on some like. I always consciously sought to develop a philosophy that was not anti-white as black. All right. So this school hunter, which I know somebody who goes there, what they did was during that time they started throwing events, starring who? Hosted by the Roots, with who? With every liberal left hip hop. I forgot this name. Every liberal left hip hop's greatest hero, revolutionary hero, Dead Prez. They not even from New York. Had them headlining it. But what they did, take that anti-police brutality energy, put it towards Mumia, which is not bad. But then what happens is that it becomes like a snowball effect. It becomes Mumia, Palestine, LGBTQ, Che Guevara. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's what creates people like Mark, Lamont, Hill, and Talib Kweli. Huh? I do this. That's how you co-opt a movement. And that's how it works. Even, let me tell you how absurd it is. Even now, the police are going through a lot in New York, right? And they were the ones who brutalized Louima, not they, a particular police officer. But I'm watching a police show, and they're using the police brutality case of Admiral Louima to prove one of their points. You understand? That's how it works. That's why when I use myself as an example, that's just how it is. You use yourself as nothing is better as a political example than you. All right? So they want to say, oh yeah, it's just like Admiral Louima. If like they want to make a point and say to diss the management of NYPD, their point is like, well, the guy who brutalized Admiral Louima, if the management didn't fire him when he did something wrong, then he would have never been able to do that. So he's using our suffering to, and that's what happens to the Haitian people, and that's what we're gonna get to that in a minute first. Right? We're gonna get to that. Well, let's get to it now. Oh, let's further on this. Yeah, we're gonna do both at the same time because this show is probably one of the ones that made me start to talk about this Meet the Best. But let's pull up a little bit. Let's pull up. Again, I call this one Dikembe Mutombo Part 2 Meet the Best. I told you because I'm the best and Meet the Press politics. But again, you're talking about politics. But see, that's why I want to say I don't just talk about politics. That's why I'm like, yo, people talking about they got expert opinions and this. You think Robert F. Kennedy went to your show because of you, homie? That's a joke. No, he knows a real political scientist who's a rapper, like who reads books like this one. You read this? And this kills two birds with one stone because people are expecting black men to do this and that. They're offering this. No, after the problem is that your approach, not only just your approach, but you're not even thinking about the circumstances of what black men been through the past 15 years since you've been elected, Obama. This shit says it all. Peril by Bob Woodward. Did you read this one, experts? This is about the 2020 campaign into 2021. You need to get this one because he just came out with a new one. You know about the new one? That one came out October 15, last Tuesday, as a matter of fact. It's called War. So those are books, Peril and War. But I don't hear anybody even thinking about addressing it from that angle, right? Yeah, Bob Woodward, check this out. Yeah, I want to show you the other book on Obama. Let me show you the other book on Obama. I'm gonna pull this one out and show you double entendre. See, we do this. It's not a draw thing. Yeah, gotta give you that because this is about that too. Yeah. But really, we talked about that again. how they bit my style with the AI intelligence, with Dikembe. They're really 360 thinking about my grandfather. Yes, boss. Which is also fitting too that the Yankees win again because who was the head of the Yankees? Boss. Shout out to Brian Cashman. I see you popped out. And Hal Steinbrenner. Shout out to all baseball too. I'm watching. On a side note, talk about consequence of contradiction. Eh? I said last week about how it's funny how that dude who has that little show. I'm gonna talk about you too. Let me talk. See, Dan. Let me talk to you two first about biting my style. It's the same thing. I pulled this out and showed you double entendre. You know I like to do that. I put this out and said, yeah, I'm Anderson, which is my grandfather's name, UFC 360, to show you the metaphor how I feel. I'm really a martial artist, though. Run up if you want. But as soon as I showed this, what happened? You talking about UFC, your girl with a bunch of UFC fighters. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Again, either I'm a prophet or y'all biting my shit. Tired of it. That's why there's some hip-hop shit. I'm coming at y'all on some hip-hop shit. No biting allowed. Stop biting my style. Yeah. We're talking about sports. But see, there's some things you can't bite, though. There's some things you can't bite. You see? Where we at? We in Palm Beach. What you been talking about? Wait, what's the story out there now? The Jets, right? You was talking about the Jets? Is that the team? Was that part of the Jets? You was talking about the Jets, right? And the quarterback talking trash? Damn. Man. You know about that, though, right? But what you know about this? Who that? Who that? Who's this? Metropolitan Palm Beach. Yeah. Who's this? See, that's the difference between me and you. I'm not here because I rap. You can't buy a class. You can wear a suit. You can't buy a class. You can't buy education. And I have to say that because you niggas been hating on me for that for years. But yeah, when we playing, let's play. Yeah. Talk. What's up? You know about sports? You know about New York? I do too. We'll go through this another time. That's how we giving it up out here. So we're talking about grandfather and days because, and just to go back as we go forward, see we make this transition. I've been getting my thoughts together for entirely, again, like I said before, my last show, how it was a time of transition, just overall. And so I'm kind of been getting my thoughts together to move into that transition. And doing that, especially with what's going on, and just especially when I feel like people biting my style. You know, you wanna look at your style and tighten it up, and you know what I'm saying? So I finally make it to the date, thinking about that, 1989. New York City, 1989. You see, that's when I look at myself, the shell of E-Props. You know what I'm saying? As far as being an artist and political activist, That's when it was born. And I'm more than a political activist. People want to keep me into political activist, but I'm a policy analyst also. We'll get to that. But I like that time, 89. Like, so, you know, you heard about it. 1989, the number. I was there. Fight the Power of Chuck. I was there. Definitely within the context of hip hop because, like, you know, even though, again, like I like to say, before I even rapped, I was into Haitian music, which is compa. I rapped too. Anybody who like knew, again, Bite My Style, Method Man, all of a sudden you talking about New Edition, brother. We was already in New Edition, like Haitian music or what have you. So the palette was getting, I want to say the palette was getting formed as far as what type of artist I was going to be. But 89 is when the black consciousness entered into because of what was going on at that time. Right? So that's why I was like, all right, boom. I'm going to say 1989 is when I didn't give myself E. Prop's name in 89. Nah. But I definitely, and I don't know if I wrote an exact rhyme in 89. I definitely was full-blown music in 89. And by 1990, I was going to a particular school. Oh, let me tell. No, yeah, I've been playing with y'all today. No, wait. You know, look. It's the school. Right here. Poly Prep. I went there 1 year. Dominated it as a youngster. But I remember, but one thing that definitely happened there, and it's a story about there, like, as far as hip-hop, too, which is part of what gets me enraged. What gets me mad a lot on a serious tip, and this one might go an hour and a half, 2 hours, is the fact that when I realized through my education in New York how I've been around so many so-called educated people who are also into hip-hop, and how me being an educated person into hip-hop, I've never received any type of opportunities in any sector of hip-hop, it enrages me. Because it's racism and player hating. That's big. Some new shit. Because it can't be because I'm whack. And you saying it's my attitude, but then you like niggas who sell crack and beat people up and do all type of shit. So when I say I went to the school, one thing I do remember as far as to get back, which I don't not, is the fact that by the end of the year, which is 1990, there was a kid in my school who, ironically, who wanted me to write a rhyme about the stock market club. One day he was like, yo, write a rhyme. I wrote it, said it in front of the entire school, whole school, 1990. All right? Now, so we say that to say, that's when I place myself as beginning as an MC, as a hip hop artist. I'm gonna say hip hop artist, which I don't have to claim. Matter of fact. The thing is, I might try to do some, I gotta name my shit something different just to get away from some of these people who want to claim hip hop today. Especially if you don't rap or do nothing. You just talk about the shit. So that's why I claim myself in 1989. And, so, now, let's talk about start this discussion not start, but continue this discussion. Like I said, it's very disheartening because my grandfather feels as if his spirit or what have you is guiding me towards the truth, and also might be giving me strength to fight for justice. Because like I say, when I do the knowledge based on my travels, it hurts me on both angles. Because let me tell you why. Imagine, and this is where the Haitian shit comes in. Imagine nobody fucks with you. You do your own thing. You go to school. Or what have you, right? And then you post your shit online, you do your shit, and people who are lazy, never did nothing, steal your shit and then act like they're the ones who thought of it. And that's gotten to an absurd level with me. I just can't take it. You have to take it. I'm just be like, nah. We calling out the biting. And then you want to bite, and then you want to block me and bite my shit? That's why I call it. Oh, and there's a couple of more, for example. And this is the crazy one. Common. Boy. And that's why it goes to the politics. See? I got y'all. Let me chill. We're gonna finish it up. It's not like this. So, again, I don't want to call names because people don't call my name. So if you don't want to call my name, like you don't want to call my name because you don't want to give me props, I'm not giving you props. And niggas want to be on some shit like a comment in sections niggas want to delete. Like this dude Cam from the West Coast. Cam from the West Coast, you think because you down with the Nation of Islam, you can try to diss about what? Boy, listen. You don't know me, boy? Well, we can take this thing to Farrakhan, my dude. You think, nigga, you in the West? I keep telling y'all, yo, this whole, you think that you not Farrakhan, bro. Nobody's seen you. And you want to try to diss? That's why I came on your stream. You already was talking that West Coast. Oh, we out the West. Boy, and you want to lecture people about the parties that did, and you don't, and your boy Jay Electronica next to Jay-Z, make it make sense. That's what we're gonna talk about, because it's just hate, and it's like there's some type of spiritual thing about it too, because it seems like the Jews and the Muslims like Jay-Z, but then because Puff is Christian, you want to diss him. That's wrong. That shit is wrong. And y'all been on it like that. But it's not he Christian, he an animist. Which you, again, that's the beat that y'all hate. You notice there's nobody who likes to dance who doesn't like Puff Daddy. I'm not talking about Alpha Ayla. I'm talking about dancing with girls. Now, so we're not mentioning y'all name, but I'm gonna mention this expert opinion show because it has Kim Osorio, former editor-in-chief, also a lawyer. That's the part. And this one might go 2 hours, right? Now, I'm going to use this example first to show two things. Impossible for them not to know me. And that if they do know me, they've been hating on me for years. Listen. Ready? So I'm going to show expert opinion. I see Envy, don't want to say her name either, with Kim Osorio and a dude that I know, I'm not going to say your name, who went to junior high school with me. What are they on the show promoting? A movie about mixtapes. Now this dude went to my junior high school was ill because, well, first of all, the junior high school was in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. And in fact, another guy who runs around almost bullying people, typical Democrat shit. See, and the other dude, Mecca's the same way. Mr. Mecca. Condescending, bullying, berating intellectually to prove their point. They love doing that. So one of these type of hip hop dudes who tried to be like that to convince people he's the best, he's a legend. He was at this school and he didn't even rap. So this dude who was in my junior high school, we were cool then. And let me say something about this, right? Not only was I Haitian, but I'm Haitian American. It's teased me every day because I was ahead of my time. I was 2 years ahead. And they used to do shit like one time they set me up, kid boxed me down. Little dude, they would do shit like that to me. Hating. Telling you. But you know what's so funny? I spent, and that's what's ill, that's how I know that it's definitely the universe who created this whole, that's what people don't understand. I was made like this, like. That's why the Yankee thing is right there, because you know why? It's the same spirit that created hip-hop. The same spirit that created hip-hop after Howard Cosell saw the Bronx burning and said, ladies and gentlemen, the Bronx is burning. Where was you at? Hip-hop niggas. Industry niggas. But they was talking so, they used to try to play me all the time, little dude. By the end, I was doing the movie for the whole school. We'll talk about that later. So is it possible for that? It's possible for them. Wait till I show you the map. You don't think I got a map? Wait. So me and him was cool though, even though we had a fight too. But, and you know what? I won't. Maybe I was talking shit. But if you was in somewhere where people was teasing you every day and the only thing you had was your talk to talk, you wouldn't have talked? I fought too though. I fought mad times. I fought too. But homeboy, he gave me a mixtape. Ironic, right? It was a good little mixtape. It had Kane. See, this is the same era. You see? That era, see, that's what I'm saying. That era y'all like to talk about, like, yeah, you know, 87. I was there. Even for the Haitians too. It's like the Haitians, y'all niggas was in Flatbush. I was by myself having to be around the Yankee niggas in Fort Greene and Clinton Hill. That's why, you know, the Flatbush thing hurts me too. Because I could easily say Brooklyn, which I do. I span all of New York. I say Flatbush for stylistic reasons and garrison reasons and political reasons. So, boy, he gave me a mixtape. It had Slick. This has to be late 88 into 89 because it had Kane on it. First album. It had Slick Rick on it. And it had EPMD album. They all came out in 88. So this is 88 going into 89. It was a dope tape. I always remember that tape. You know, it had On the Bug tip. You love the style of clothes you wear. You love the, you know, you see, that's why y'all hip hop shows is whack too. You don't know music. The only thing y'all niggas know is the Locks and Dipset. Well, I like it, y'all, like it, y'all, like it, y'all, like it, y'all. With smooth loving, 100, y'all. Well, I'm the SCW. You don't know nothing about that. Slick Rick. Well, I mean, I know you know Mona Lisa. If you don't know Mona Lisa, I don't know, bro. And then they had, you know, of course, EPMD, Strictly Business, that type of thing, right? That's ill. That's dope. But what's so funny about it is that he's doing that shit with DJ Envy. That shit is ill to me. I'm like, damn. What's so funny about it is that I got a DJ Envy mixtape too. I am Creole hip hop. What's Creole hip hop? Haitian niggas who rap who don't even speak English. Of course I know who made the mixtape. I was there. Yeah, we going another hour, nigga. I was there. But let's talk about some of the names. Let me shout out some of y'all niggas. Ben Chumi. You been hating Ben Chumi, coming up with that nigga shit. Shout out to Neg Mawon. Rock fam. How the hell you got on this shit? C'est ça comme ça? You speak French. I got your number. And Liz Langer, we got. Let me see who else I want to shout out here. VDC. But this person I'm going to give a shout out to because he showed. Again, shout out to Dr. Zoe. See? Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa. What did you think? Shout out to Dr. Zoe. Dr. Zoe. But wait. What does it say? Let's go back to Haiti. Let's go back to, yeah. But it said Dr. Zoe featuring who? Pastor Troy? Huh? Oh. But my point, but here's my point. And this came out 2008. But here's my point. And this is a general point I want to make as far as the show too. In politics. Let's talk logic. Oh, let me finish. No, but let me make this point first. How, like I said, I know who made this. I don't know most of these cats. They speak, I rap, my type of rap in Creole and Haitian style is different. That's why they mad. Because this is hip hop. Hip hop. Bad boy like Biggie. Yeah, Haitian style. Because I was there. But my point is that, so DJ Envy could do this. He knows somebody who went to school with me, but he don't know me. How would they know you, E? You rap, you a. I want to piggyback a point on this. You a Haitian rapper. That's where you make a mistake. You see? Show you something. What's this say? This says raucous. You all you underground so-called rappity rap niggas, all this, I seen it all. That's what I want to let you know. Raucous is all some traditional rap. That's why you're mad too. You're mad because, again, I went to school. That's the key. When I was in school around non-black people who went to hip hop, they were racist then. They hated me then. But I was there. And I made sure that I kept up with what they were doing. Because I knew that they were culturally co-opted and erase us from history, which is what they're trying to do now. That you rock from Helter Skelter, you don't want to say, but you know that's what's happening. But see, that's why I was there. And you know what's so funny at this? I would have the number of the black woman who worked there. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not a Haitian rap. I'm a rapper. I'm both. I'm a rapper I'm a New York rapper. Period. So for them not to know me, that's bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. And that's cool if you want to front. That's cool. You fronting. But then, here's what gets me mad. When I see people like Kim Osorio and Charlemagne talking about Haitian American, don't use us for your politics, bro. That's my point. You know who I am, and then you want to talk about Haitian American, but then you don't want to give me a platform? You wrong. That's why you're going to lose. You wrong. Talk about, he's saying Haitian American, people eat cat. Let me say this too on that. This point that Obama made. Let me finish that up. Now that's hypothesize. And it's so funny. I just dropped 96 bars on Get Money, talking about Selassie and this and that, and niggas trying to front. You can front on me, boy. Now, also when I was at the school and making a mixtape, not making a mixtape, listening to this mixtape, right? I was raised, how would I describe? I didn't grow up poor. Like some people would consider poor. I grew up lower middle class, working class, middle class. Yeah. Definitely as Haitian, middle class. Regular world, working class, upwardly mobile. And so, while at the school, I was, my mom, she worked at Merrill Lynch. A big job, just a little something. And while there, a movie came out, called Wall Street, which is also the most preposterous. That's why I like this whole anti-New boy. For people to actually think that you coming from another state and you telling us about Wall Street, how? But just to give an idea why people will be fronting on me. So again, it's political because my mind state is not the same as the liberal left Democrat. And it's not my fault because I was made like that. How do I tell you? While I was wishing this, and how it's almost as if, again, 360. It's almost like this is the moment that was predestined. Because when I was at the school, listening to this mixtape, I was also given a book. I don't know if I gave it. I think I still, maybe I took it. I don't know, from my mom or whatever. But it's a book that I was reading. What's the name of the book, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, the name of the book was... I was in the school reading this book in 1988. You see, ladies and gentlemen, why, again, the 360 completion, thinking about my history and wondering why people, it's funny, people keep telling me to forget about something, to not think about this, especially since I told you, because this was a precursor, which made sense because my grandfather was into what? Real estate. Which I've encountered many times. Which you've heard me do a video on, which people act like, see? About the deal known as Atlantic Yards. But what's funny to me is how even my something that's still, it's always important. You know what it is? It's like Back to the Future. It's hard to explain. It's like when you look at your history, right? And you find out something, it really could affect your present, because when you look at the past and you see something, it makes you act different today. That's why seeing your past is important. And it affects your future. So when people keep telling me, don't think about it, don't think about it, I'm like, nigga, why you keep not making me not think about it? But it's like my grandfather said, no, nigga, think about that shit. And I'm like, yeah, yo, I'm on why. And lo and behold, and this kind of piggybacks to this, what we're talking about today, is the fact that we have so many people wanting to have this culturally hip-hop, and it's cool, but then meet the best. And when I say meet the best, it's not just because, like I showed you, I'm well-read, I'm an actual political scientist. But then, just like my hat shows, no cap, Rubik's Cube had suck out on the mama pussy. I'm fucking with y'all. But it's with real life experience. So how is it that, and it's my story. Listen to this. People tell everybody's like, yo, don't think about Atlantic Yards. And I'm like, how? Why? People in politics take narratives to teach all the time. And to highlight injustice like Rosa Parks. So why do these people keep telling me that? Maybe for my people who have a strong man, who think about that, because my actual, the address was on my birth certificate. Think about that. I'm like, man, So what type of relation do I actually have with this property? But even beyond that, let's not even get that far. People tell me don't think about it, and then like I said, I showed you last week, right? I get the real estate magazine that says Family Feud. I get this one. I got this. I think maybe that one is older, but this is one from January 2024. Look at this. And another example to show you that New York is popping. Not popping, cracking. Look. And to show you one of the problems we're all going through right now. We're seeing a lot of, and that's the thing. On top of this Obama thing, well, watch. Not only the fact that he chastised the brothers, it's this misogynist thing. And that's why, again, some of the things I was seeing as far as things I'm observing, which are giving me signs to talk. And like the other day I woke up and then, what did I do when I turned on the TV, I seen Queen Latifah. And even this misogyny, right? I see Latifah. Well, man. And you want to call us misogynists? The black man, we are misogynists. People call us crazy and Let me ask a question as far as that. Two things as far as that. The misogynistic part first. Number one. Back to the expert opinion show. How comfortable this Hispanic woman, Kim Osorio, is within the midst of these black men. You'll never, ever, 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 ever see a black woman amongst Hispanics as comfortable like that, ever. But we're misogynists. Sowing division. No policy. And to add on to that, this thing. I'll give you the hip hop version. I mean, nigga, we fuck with Latifah. True, it's UNITY. True is UNITY, that's a unity. But we can man no pole to nobody, yeah. But that's the thing. So we can't have no boundaries. We're supposed to do anything to black women. No. They take full advantage of us like that purely. And hate on us. I've been hating on plenty professionally by black women. Plenty. But not even that. To kill two birds with one stone. You tell us we're misogynists. Misogynoir. I seen this bum, this Bayesian dude. Let me say this too. You might have seen me write about Bayesians play. Nigga, I like the Bayesian women, not y'all. Out of here. This dude talk about, oh yeah, because again, let me show you something. This is what it is. Like I say, the LGBT, people of color, mulatto, like the racially nebulous, whatever you want to call, form alliance. Put like Dave Chappelle and Jay-Z and Ye in front and say F the rest of the black people. But they're so arrogant about it. And this shit is so like, it don't even make sense how y'all try to do it. You look desperate. You look crazy desperate, bro. But the thing about it is, it's because while affirmative action has gotten decimated, how many non-black people have? I have a list of the top 10 hip-hop affirmative action recipients. I'll tell you one. Fat Joe, you number one. You're the biggest recipient of hip-hop affirmative action that's ever been, bro. It's cool. It's just you start talking greasy. I'm like, stop it. Are you kidding me? That's racism. But yeah. So I'm watching this show. Like I say, well, I'm like, how is it that the black man is getting attacked? And the thing about it is, the answer is not to say you're not supposed to attack people because they're black or vote for them because they're black. That's not true. Everybody organizes themselves around race, creed, something. It's just the fact that, like I'm telling you, the non-black, racially ambiguous LGBT, they're so used to using hip-hop to influence the masses of black people. That shit is not working now. They freaking out. So he got to come and be like, yeah, what's up with the... Because you can't just march out. And anyway, everybody shut up, though. This is y'all now. Where's this dude? Where's Killer Mike? Where's T.I.? So who he talking to? Go talk to them. Where's Jay-Z? Go talk to them. All Democratic Party operatives. But the point is, you're all still... This is the perfect example. This is 2007. Wait, I'm going to get to this. Let me finish. So people keep telling me, yo, stop thinking about that, stop thinking about it. Even though, again, this is my story, to the point where, just to show you, again, another point to show you how New York is cracking. Here's the magazine. But it shows you exactly what the problem. Oh yeah, like I was saying before. You're all talking about Project 2025, created by the Hoover Institute or Heritage Foundation, one of those. Hoover that's a think tank. Let's go read again. What is a think tank? First of all, public policy. Public policy. A system of laws, regulations, and actions that governments use to address societal issues and achieve societal and economic goals. Right? Two examples of a think tank policy institute. A research institute that performs research and advocacy on social policy, political strategy, economics, military, technology, and culture. The problem is, so they wrote Project 2025. Where's yours? You know where yours is at? My blog, my radio show, my Facebook page. That's what's dictating the policy in hip-hop. You're stealing all my shit, not giving me credit. I'll give you two prominent ones. One is called the Joint Center for Political and Economic Studies. One is called Brennan Center for Justice at NYU School of Law. I've applied to both. Been on Zooms with both too. Think tanks produce articles and studies and sometimes draft legislation on particular matters of policy or society. This information is then used by governments, businesses, media organizations, societal movements, and professional players. I'll put that there. So that's the thing about hip-hop too. Again, it's not only these people I'm talking about, LGBT, the progressives, they're professionals. So what they do, that's what they do. They research stuff, and then they got their rappers, Common, Dead Prez, Quali, Roots, to push their agenda. They've been doing that for years, but it's not working no more. That's the problem they have. And people just see how people co-opt the movements. Like everybody didn't see Jay-Z co-opt the Colin Kaepernick movement for personal gain. That's why you're gonna lose. But my thing is this: and you're gonna lose because how is it a person like me qualified on both ends, public policy and hip hop artists? You don't bring me into the fold. That's why you're crumbling right now in New York. That was wrong. You're not even thinking about the city. You're not thinking about the well-being of people. You're just thinking about your party and yourself. That's why you might lose. You're gonna lose. But let's get back to this misogynoir shit. I'm watching all this trash on the TV. Everybody talking. I finally get to who? And it might be because, again, I do research. So I'm looking at public policy and this, and I get to Hoover Institute, which is a public policy institution. Who runs it? So I look, finally who shows up? Condoleezza Rice. So who I've never seen on Breakfast Club. Now, if you put her on Breakfast Club after I say this, then we know you have. Let me not say that. I've never seen her on any platform. So what are you? You are misogynoir. How was she not on the world going crazy, Russia, and I've never seen Condoleezza Rice? Was she not black? No, it's you bullies who always like, kinfolk ain't kinfolk. See? That's what I'm talking about. No, maybe because she doesn't berate, she doesn't ridicule, she doesn't call you coon, she doesn't spit in your face, she doesn't say you're ugly, she doesn't say shut the hell up. And on top of this thing about degrading, you're really talking about degrading when you brought out Eminem, who degraded his mom? And on top of that, let's talk about Hova, your God. And I'm not defending Trump. And I don't even have to say I'm not defending Trump. Because if I was, you couldn't do nothing. So what? But here's the thing. I've never seen Trump talk bad about anybody because he had money. Show me. Your boy Hova, your God, has denigrated people, put pictures of people on movie screens to insult them. What are you talking about? Denigrated. You're experts at denigrating, calling people coon, this, Sambo. Discriminated against people because they're heterosexual. What are you talking about? Denigrating. Because he's talking about cats? Biden said if Haiti disappeared, nobody would care. But it's not even that. Okay, you right. I'm ready to go. What's up? How come you're not hollering at me to come talk? You don't know me? Bullshit. Another reason. And I got a point. That's why I'm pointing it out too, because it's hurting me. It's making me look crazy. Just like you did the thing with Kodak. Who thought about that? Who thought it was a good idea to put a dude in front of a cross with a burning cross, people fighting, like that shit was entertainment? Who has to deal with that? I do. But we know why. It's real politics. That's what I'm saying. It's real politics. And it's been like that for a while. That's why I'm upset. And that's why people keep telling me, don't think about it. Alright, you're right. But look at this. January 2024. And that's just supposed to show you. They want to blame the white man again. The hip-hop. Where y'all at? How is it that hip-hop is so huge? Obama standing next to hip-hop, or you don't have a hip-hop party, you don't have a hip-hop candidate. It's because of the non-black hip-hop. You've co-opted it. You do not want a black leader in your midst. It's y'all. You guys are the hip-hop intellectuals, hip-hop. And the thing about it is the fact that that's why there has to be a sign of separation. Everybody who can't rap and they have to be reevaluated as far as what their role is in hip hop. That's what I say. The problem, Obama, is the fact that you don't address one of the biggest issues is technology and the culture. The problem is that, Obama, how in the world, first of all, you were the change, but you're bringing out Eminem from 30 and 20 something years ago. How? Where's the change? It seems like you don't want to change. You guys keep trying to create Eminem into being this. Let's get it on then, yo. Let's stop fronting. You don't lose yourself like, nobody afraid of that dude. Or Kendrick. So people can say, oh, yo, stop thinking about it. I'm like, what? I'm looking at this, right? But this is what I'm saying. Y'all doing that. That's why everybody's disenchanted because like I said, I'm upset with the fact that, again, you became president, right? It's microcosm. You're president, you bring out Eminem. How is it that Vlad TV became the biggest media company while you became the president? How? Same way they pushing Bruno Mars, Cardi B. And that's the thing. They're talking about, oh, yo, degrading this. It's like this dude, Jelani Cobb. Jelani Cobb, let me talk to Uno, boy. Again, intellectuals use hip-hop in order to push their agenda. Let me show it to you two ways. First of all, I'm going to show you one way, but watch this. This dude, Jelani Cobb, you're a journalist. So-called. You talk about hip-hop all the time. Why would you say nobody's listening to what Lil Wayne has to say? Why are you being a hater? And that's the thing we want to talk about, too. That we want to talk about. We're going to talk about. And that's the thing what happened with Obama, too. Is the fact that, see, Obama, I saw when Jesse Jackson endorsed you at Rainbow Coalition in 2004. I seen that. Hip-hop was already cracking. And it was political. You benefited from that wave. You know what happened suddenly? Like I said before, people co-opt waves. Did you co-opt that? Maybe. I feel like and when I say co-op, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I mean. See, this is the one right here. This the murder. This issue's the murder. But let me start. Just to remind you, my point is that it's a fine line between you creating a wave, you riding a wave, and you co-opting it, and you co-opting it and creating it. Different. I think Obama, you and people like Jelani thought that you created that wave so you could ride it forever. With like Dave Chappelle and Jay-Z and Kanye. But you become so arrogant about it. That's the thing. That's why you could step to that like this. Like, oh yeah, the blah, blah, blah. Because you think that like, yo, they put you at the head of this, you run it. But let me read something with this first though. To make a different point, which is this whole Blacc thing going on too. How people will not only berate you for thinking different, but now it's like, again, this is all due to the fact that black people have shifted a little bit. And they're trolling. It's a lot of trolling. And so the Latinos, other people who have co-opted hip-hop and they know it, they're fighting back. They're like kicking up dust. But it's your fault for saying shit like hip hop was created 50-50. It's the same thing with Kamala Harris being black. Niggas don't even want to kind of like admit anything. They just want to say ridiculous and crazy black men. You know why? Because so many people have benefited from... I always say this to African Americans that I know. You integrated the fucking lunch counter, let everybody in, you went outside to smoke a cigarette, they locked you out. You can't even think of a metaphor. Like, that's what happened to the African American. So now they all in there. The African Americans outside like, what the fuck? What am I doing out here? They looking inside and seeing y'all partying. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, what are we doing out here? That's what's going on. They see a hip-hop party going on and they outside. It's not even a hip-hop party that's outside. You don't even let niggas sell CDs in front of the store. But let me talk about, and this black shit, it's like, yo, you can't, it's like I was on this Bayesian dude who used to hang out with us back, like, this dude talk about, oh, yo, Kamala, oh, people hate women, this misogynoir. The thing about him using misogynoir, you Caribbean, and you niggas hate Haitians and you talk about misogynoir. How? But we're not even thinking about that. Listen to this. Mr. Obama. But I never heard Obama say the black shit, but you know everybody else is. Listen to this. Ready? Again. 2007. This is when everything changed. Obama on the cover of Vibe. The war on rap. But listen. But when Obama announced he was running for president, some shot callers like the Reverend Al Sharpton seemed skeptical of an inexperienced candidate who had not emerged from the civil rights establishment. Right now, we're hearing a lot of media razzle-dazzle, Sharpton said at the time. I think when the meat hits the fire, we'll find out if it's just fat or if there's some real meat there. Sharpton recently told Vibe, I'm warming up to Obama, but I'm not there yet. So he had the right to be skeptical, though, right? Next. Obama's blackness has also come into question. Obama isn't black, Salon.com columnist Deborah Dickinson wrote. Black in our political and social reality means those descended from West African slaves. The debate exposed fears that a discussion about race that expands to include immigrants of color and their descendants might thwart continuing attempts to address the terrible legacies of slavery. And could someone who grew up in Hawaii and Indonesia really be black? This is in your magazine, Obama. Obama's Southside for Life wife, Michelle, plays this line for laughs on the campaign trail, when she talks about her first impressions of him. The print is mad small. That's why, yo. I kind of thought any black guy who was raised in Hawaii had to be a little off. What are you doing? But now we're not supposed to question what's. That's why that's why it's happening, because again, while affirmative action is being destroyed, non-black people have raped. I hate to say that. Yeah, that's tough. Hip hop. I've seen it. And it's so racist. It's we'll get back to that one. But so what happens when all of this is going on? Blah, blah, no issues get dealt with. And that's when you get issues like this. The politics problem. Who's on the cover? Mayor. Governor of Florida. Who? Can you talk about this? You or me? I think it was the governor of New York. I don't know, this might be the mayor of Chicago or whoever. Yeah. But you see a lot of American political officials contain it's a politics problem. Why America's top governors and mayors can't get more housing built. I haven't heard one candidate talk about housing, bro. But I can. How can you eat props? Let me see. So that's the story here. But there's another story here. Let's see. Like I say, to build or not to build, they got all the elected officials in there asking, why is it that housing can't be built? Maybe you're looking at it now when you're seeing what's going on, a lot of instead of discourse in politics. That's the problem. But there's another issue. Right. See, I don't got that computer thing down yet, Another thing I want to say, a lot of y'all niggas who's hip-hop commentators, you're just good at the computer, bro. You're just good at... No disrespect. You don't know nothing about music. Hold on. Bear with me, please. You don't know real estate thing, you're not going to have your boy in there. You know that already. Crunch time for Pacific Park. Pacific Park is another name for Atlantic Yards. So 2024. They're still talking about an issue that I'm involved with, that the address was on my birth certificate, but people telling me don't talk about it. Why? How? What's going on? Let's read. Now listen to this. This is something they want me to forget about, right? Listen to the byline over here. Listen to what it says. Headed to auction after 20 years of ups and downs, the renamed Atlantic Yards project has become a saga unmatched in the annals of New York development. But they don't want me to talk about it. They don't want me to talk about it, even though in this book right here has all the documents to tell a story about it. How you guys doing? T'en pensez? M'parlez pour nous. Même. All of it. In here. The stories in here. We'll show you. But they want me to forget about it. Why? But again, that's part and parcel of why the party is in trouble, is because, again, growing up in New York City, I'll show you two things, though. Watch this. I'll make a couple points with this. Let me show you the map. This is the map right here. This is the map. Right? You see, this is where the project is. This is the Barclays. They always see, that's how it happened. They announced the stadium, but it was really this whole thing. Right? I knew that. I saw that. So they hated on me. When I say they, every black political official in New York City. You think I don't know Sharpton? We'll get to that. Maybe that's why what's going on with the mayor's going on right now. Because how you treated your brother. Again. And there's no problem. And another point to make. Everybody who had property here, raise your hand. Now let me show you how wicked they are. Right? You see this? Again. Own property. The last tax bill is right here. All the flyers that they send you when property's in your name, right here. They were sending it to my mom and my grandfather. But let me show you how wicked and why this is happening. Right? Own property. Nobody. They talking trash. See? Let me see. State Street is like, that State Street they like to talk about, that shit is over here. I'm right here. State Street, this is Atlantic. So State Street is like around here somewhere. And these niggas want to talk about somebody who had property right here. Right here. I could talk this whole story. Not Nipsey. That's the point. But let me show you how wicked they are. Why this is happening. Why I'm fighting. While this was happening, right, a lot of meetings were going on. And I was going to all of them. Because I was trained. It was almost like destiny. I was getting my degree in political science. They announced the deal. That's how it happened. No idea it was coming. Just like I opened this up one day. Just like I opened this up. That's why I opened up the newspaper one day. I was like, oh shit. That's how it happened. So there was a few people who were chronicling the story about it while it was happening. Which was intelligent. Which is part of what's going on with me too. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. This is all about ownership. That's the crux of a lot of things going on, even in the community. The mentality of being independent is something that people fight. It is. It is. I never got more fight. Let me tell you when I started to get a lot of fight. You see, that's why I don't even want to do this. I feel exploited. You know how much I've been, like I said, this is 40 years. This is 40 years. I can stop right here and done. You know how much material. I was in a library. Listen, I was in a library the other day, right? I saw them have a notebook, a handwritten notebook of Kurt Cobain in the library. And I know I have tons of stuff out there. Tons. Especially in the 90s. Yeah. I remember there be times, let me tell you one, and that's why I know that not only the internet, I know how to position myself, I know that word of mouth exists too. Of course. And never stopped. It's like DMs and this and how shit travel, gossip. I remember one time I made a mixtape, right? And I don't know where it happened. Somebody got it, right? And I was at my boy's house, and then his boy came and picked us up to go somewhere. Why am I in the car with my homeboy, his homeboy, and his homeboy's bumping my mixtape? I'm in there, I'm like, yo, that's me. He's like, yo, that's you? Battles and this. I know I have tons of stuff, bro. But when I started to like wanna perform, like I performed someplace and I was like, yo, let me get the tape. That's when everything started for me. People hated that, especially being Haitian. Let me give you a story. We're gonna go 2 hours for that witch who wanted me to go 15 minutes. 2004, graduating with my master's degree, political science. 200th anniversary of Haitian Revolution, right? So, Haitians had a club in my school that was closed, right? It was dormant. So there was a way where you could reopen it. Like you could, like if you had a club, I could sign, like people would do things like, if you had any club you opened, you got money. So what people would do is open the club under their club so they could get the money, right? So when I found out who was doing that, I was like, yo, let me get that club back. The girl who was paying the meaning, and she a lawyer now, was like, yo, since when y'all was like that? She said that to me at being Asian American. Another dude who actually works with the public advocate now, or not now, I don't know where you at. He was a dude, want to be tough dude. I remember he wanted to like me to do his work. Yo, you know how many people I have right now that I used to tutor who are PhD and this now who be trying to front? It would have used you. But then when you want to work for yourself, people hate that, especially since they used to abuse his. That's why when I see Kim Osorio or Fat Joe, we don't want food for the poor, Fat Joe. Nigga, I get on the mic, I'll body you. What you talking about? Come on, food for the poor. See, it's that mentality when it keep. It's like, yo, what for what? We could do our own thing. At least Trump makes you think that. Trump don't at least makes you think like, oh, you could be audacious. That's when things started happening for me, right? Negatively. And people always do. It's like if I tweet somebody, they get more props than me. They're, oh, he tweet. But I don't get the props. I'm like, yo, you know what? F everybody now. Only the real people. The younger people who are coming. We'll talk about that in a minute. So when this was happening, dude was making a movie. A dude who had some type of property. We have to talk about that issue. But oh, by the way, this is the issue. Pacific Park Atlanta Garage that lost the career of the Attorney General Letitia James. Let's talk now. So dude was making a dude who had a house because that's what it was. If you had a home, so-called, they were taking it through eminent domain so they could build this right here. That was the issue, right? So people put themselves on different sides of the argument. Some were for it, some were against it. But regardless, there were meetings, things going on, blah, 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 right? Talk about it, bringing up issues, this. So one dude was making a movie. He was interviewing people. And by the way, at the same interview, I met Londell McMillan, the lawyer for Prince. Let's talk. You see all this stuff I'm talking? This is real. No cap, double entendre. So dude was making a movie, right? He filming people. He filmed me. Movie come out. He got my peoples who live next door in it, and he got my boys who live around the corner in it, and he cut me out. This is a pattern. This is a pattern. And I'm taking that personally because you're trying to write me out of history. And not only that, and it's two histories, let me show you. Because look at this map. See this map? This is my crib right here. Grandfather's crib, right? Okay. So with the crib being here, okay? The crib being here. A famous rapper lives approximately, let's say, probably about here. Like here. Actually here. Right? Biggie, right here. I'm here. She live here. Biggie lives here. So I live in the middle of two famous rappers, Biggie Smalls, Foxy Brown. How in the world you gonna say you don't know me? Ladies and gentlemen, it's an ill issue, and while I attempt to, it's both ways. We want justice. While we start up, it's both now. It's active, it's fused. It's activism, but not just activism, again, policy formation. So we might start a political action committee, political party, think tank, as well as continue our multimedia tech endeavors. Call me. Reach out. www.blaccprezidon.com. Everybody's welcome. Everybody, if you'd like to join, please. Now let's finish with this. Let's try to finish. And the thing is, we're not, it's gonna keep going because these issues. Well, one thing I want to start with this and say, there's no way, because with all of this Puff Daddy thing, which has a few ulterior motives, and we'll start to talk about that. We're definitely going to talk about the whole thing when it goes down. But one thing I want to start with is by saying, I'm not about to spend, whenever this trial is supposed to start, I'm not about to sit here and start thinking about freak-offs and baby oil, bro. Now it goes both ways in the sense of, I don't believe in sexual deviance. I don't believe in anything done against anybody's will. It's your business. I think it's my business. But I don't believe in suppression either. So that means that I'm going to give a shout out to all the girls in this King magazine, right? It's an L one. We're going to start with this one, too. Because you know what? Just like I said, Obama, you rode the momentum of hip-hop into office. So now for you to be condescending, you need to get reminded of how hip-hop was. All of you. That's why this Jelani Cobb talking about nobody's listening to Lil Wayne. Boy, if it wasn't for Lil Wayne was the hottest rapper when Obama was getting elected. Boy, he would not have got Lil Wayne, Jeezy. And but first, let me give a shout out to the girls from this. This came out the month you got elected. Shout out to Melissa Ford. I see you. Answer that. Yeah. Yeah, you see, even got, look at Jeezy celebrating. This is right when you got elected. And it's all a bunch of, look. That's what's in, that's your era. You came into that. And that's to talk to all you people today. There's nothing black in here. Nothing black talking about Afro nothing, Africa nothing when Obama got elected. Stop it. Everybody's in here. And give a shout out to, since we out here in Florida, so the BET Awards, and we'll talk about that. Shout out to the Diamond Princess. Saw Trina looking good. I'm saying, come check me. You know, I want you to sign this. You know, I'm right up 441, girl. I'll show you how. You already see how we giving it up out here in Palm Beach. Holla. I heard you got a little bit of problems or something, man. Come holler at me. I like that. And shout out to all the other girls who was in this too. Kat Washington Holland. Seems like every time I shout out to Maria Allure. Supposed to do a party with me, and all of a sudden the booking disappeared from my computer. So we're not suppressing anything. We're not thinking about baby oil, but we're not thinking about tuck and tail either. Now, to finish off, we'll be back, and to further establish the fact that there's a difference between creating a wave and riding a wave. And no example, which I feel, again, when it's one voice, it's like, when it's one example, it's like, But then there's another example that just came out of somebody who probably sat back and watched everybody ride his wave, but then get disrespected with I was looking at that expert show where it was like 50 Cent almost has rights to his story. Wow. And I'm talking about oof. But we're not gonna go there yet. But let me tell you why this is interesting though. Because this came out again when you got elected, Obama, you rode this wave. But also I want to point out too, nothing black in here. We got who's in here? We got Mano, you in here. Everybody, we see you, what you were doing then. So nobody can come chat to me and talk about, oh, black this, I was black. None of that was exist. Maybe in your mind. But the manifestation of it today being political comes from the God eat props. And I'm going to show you, watch this. See, I show and prove. Not only did this come out, see, when Obama became elected, but something else. Now this right here, real talk. I was here in Palm Beach when Obama got elected. Went back to New York. That's why this is a 360-degree moment too, because it feels like what I went through from when Obama got elected to now has been a 360 journey. And it's funny because I got this in the mail at home in Brooklyn again, because I hit the ground. See, I wasn't no like. Again, I was already in the politics, so I consider Obama to be a peer as much as you might think that's crazy. You know what? Because if Obama is maybe I'm not his peer as far as president, but he's not my peer as far as rapping or hip hop. All right, I could do more of what he do than he could do what I do. But regardless, I received this. And this is a perfect example of how can I describe? Like, I'm not leveling this. Because at home, I received this mail from, who's this? Assemblyman Hakeem Jeffries, who's now the minority leader. Who I know, yeah. But what's so funny about this is that you can believe me if you want. I wrote all of this. Who'd you see on this? Right when I got home in 2009. And that's when this is. See, we don't lie. What does it say? January 2009. We hit the ground running. Nobody see, and we got to think about that too. That era when Obama got elected was real difficult. That's how niggas running their mouth. You get props to Obama on that level. He got elected. The economy was collapsing. And if you were in New York, it was cold as hell. Niggas was inside. Nobody was outside. People was scared to death. You know who was outside? The guard. Same way I was outside when September 11th hit. And I went downtown Manhattan and I looked up the block on Fulton Street and I seen a hole. And I smelled the smoke. I wrote everything I wrote here is everything that's going. Culturally, let me just say, like, in the sense that culturally, I stayed true to what I wrote here. And it's so funny because it's like, I'm looking at my reflection when I look at the algorithm. A bad version, though. But it speaks volumes that this man is not talking, doesn't it? He's not talking either about what's going on in New York or national politics. Yeah. So that shows you that was my mind state when Obama got elected. So when you celebrate Big Me, see, Big Me needs to come back and ask, yo, you've been partying, you've been talking about BMF, but what the hell did you do? I'm going to say, you know what, Big Me's, nigga, I applied to law school 4 times. How about that? I was teaching. How about that? Taking every test I could. Mad interview. That's why I've been talking about I left New York dominating New York. But to close it out, it's clear all this Haitian talking from Kodak to every but you don't know me? You know, I felt like that when Obama did get elected. I felt, it's funny. People run up on me and was like, I remember as soon as he got elected, people was like, oh, you got the black shit. Oh, that's the black guy. I haven't gotten a program, a grant, nothing. And that's wrong. That's wrong. Meanwhile, every other ethnic group has taken advantage of the programs that African Americans fought for. Not just African Americans too, because we put in our work here too. You cannot front on the Haitian or the Jamaican. Sorry. You can't. Try. As far as advancing the consciousness. Even though right now, there's some people masquerading as those two entities in order to take advantage while still being discriminatory, and we are going to get exposed. But the bottom line is that there's a reason y'all on this bandwagon. You're riding this wave. What wave is that? It's several. But one wave, again, this is not 84, it's not 94, it's not 2004. So people don't need, so let me speak as a Haitian. I don't even want to call myself a Haitian American, but I will because just for the sake of letting you know that we don't need you to talk for us in hip hop. I can do that. You're mad because now I can talk to y'all as a Haitian. I can talk to everybody. You're mad because you want it to be liberal left, progressive politics, Che Guevara, Castro, instead of something that. And the thing about it is, I'm reasonable though. But see, the thing about it is that, and I say that a lot. We'll see, I don't think about what I say as far as certain things. I think about other things as far as when I speak. However, it's clear with Kodak, it's clear with the flags that you're trying to capitalize off a wave. What wave is this? Clearly, it's the second magazine that I bought. And let me say something about this magazine too. This magazine is called Don Diva. Shout out to Don. Shout out to Harlem, Don Diva. Because it's the same way that I showed my. I don't have it here close to me right now. My Columbia University credentials, the Ivy League level credentials. It's balanced out because it's funny how I just thought about that the other day. How Columbia is in Harlem and how Don Diva is a publication from Harlem which talks about, and that's the thing too, when you see Big Meech in this magazine, it's not glorifying him. He's telling his story and the pitfalls of it. So that's why this magazine, I like to show this magazine because it tells the real. And it's been telling the real. And that's what's wrong about what you see what's going on in the hip-hop world because there's nobody that's talking to the youth who's killing each other, drilling each other, doing all of this. And you guys profess to be conscious. And you can't tell me it's Sumner Redstone who's doing that. But what gets me mad, I don't care, but like I say, when you do things like cause trouble, do the video with Kodak in front of the cross, but then you got him beefing with the other Haitian Jack Boy. How do I know it's not them that you exacerbated and you do it for entertainment? How in the hell is Jack Boy or dissing Kodak on an Eminem beat? That's what I'm talking about. It's not for entertainment. They wouldn't do that on their own. If somebody in the record company said, oh, you know what would be good if you rhymed on Eminem. That's a way for you to, that's culture vulture type things. But who has to deal with their mother talking shit, their grandmother talking shit, their uncle talking shit, their family talking shit, the Haitians talking shit, the bodies, the burial, me, a person like me, the community. And that's why I've only stayed in hip hop too, is because to be that person within the Haitian community, because I've seen how they've taken advantage of loyalty of Haitians, love of Haitians, misguidedness of Haitians to do things for them. I've seen it. So I always say I'm going to keep one foot in hip hop just so the hip hop influence could be something that could draw them in for me telling them the truth. But you keep throwing a monkey wrench in that. But it's all good, though. Because the wave not stopping. And we'll talk about this wave because it's well known. Quiet as kept. It may not be BMF, but it's a wave too. And that wave is the Zope. It's a good issue too. I will talk about this issue. Finally, it's not just the fact, like I said, about the hip hop. It's the combination, like I said. I've been doing both for years. Let me show you how long I've been doing this to finish this up. This is a newspaper called Flatbush Life. Is Crips gang involved? Is Crips gang violence invading Flatbush? It's hard to read backwards, motherfuckers, son, right? This came out October 31st, 2005. Wait, October 31st. 031 2005. Oh, okay, yeah. So, imagine you see this and you attempt to do something about it politically as far as, however, that's how I started. I see this flyer right here. What does it say? Become a voice for community action. Which I tried to be. It said, join your local neighborhood advisory board, which I did. I went through hell to do it. And then after I did it, I never got a job in government again. Why is that? We'll talk about it.